Okay, we're going to use the TDE file. Okay, and that's that. And I figured out why the file was organized differently. I was using a different version. So this is the one that we're going to use. Okay, so you have to, since this is a Tableau data extract, you have to open, file open, and not connect. Connecting is only when you have to connect to a data set that's a different format, different from Tableau. If it is a Tableau format, one of the Tableau formats, then you have to do file open. And open that. Okay, so we have the data. So here it is. Okay, they're not organized yet. Okay, we'll be doing the organizing in a different, I think it's the next chapter. So right now we want to look at, okay, remember what we're looking at is low infant mortality and low per capita health expenditure. And we want to study that group. Right? So right now the information is based on, we want to look at the countries where that happens, right? We want to look at the countries where there is low infant mortality and low healthcare expense. And the data is arranged by year. So you have country, and then for each country you have data for several years, like 2000 like we can check that. So if you bring year into columns, you see going from 2000 to 2012. So what we want to look at is the intersection of, for a country and a year, okay, for that combination, is the mortality less than 1%? Okay, or is the healthcare expenditure less than $1,000? Okay, so right now we can look at country at a time. Okay, we can create a set based on country. Okay, and it doesn't look at the year, or you can look at the year and then create a set. But what we want to do is to look at country-year combination. For a given country, for a given year, if the mortality rate is less than 1%, we want to select that record. So we don't have that dimension. So that's the reason why we have to start with creating a calculated field. Okay, so that's going to be country and year. So we start with country, which has the geographic role, but it is a string of letters, right? Whatever the country name is. So now we're going to add to that. So to this string, we're going to add the year portion of that. Okay, so that right now, this is in date format. Day, month, date, and year, but we want to just get the year portion alone, the 4-digit year, right? So we have to use the function year, and then the date year from here. So this is going to extract the 4-digit year portion, but it is going to be a date, it's going to be in date format. But you cannot add a date to a string, because there is the type of variable is not the same. You can only concatenate one string with another string. You cannot concatenate one string with a number or one string with a variable of different type. So we have to convert this into a string, and the function for that is str. Oops, no. That And I need one more. Okay, so now this will create a new variable, new dimension that will have year and country and year. Right? Okay, we have that, so now we can use that as the launching point for creating the set. So now we go create set. Right? We're going to create the set using condition by field, right? And infant mortality rate less than 1%, or less than or equal to, make it less than or equal to 1%, 1% or less, right? So for one combination of one country year, there is going to be just one value for infant mortality rate, so sum is not going to be a problem. As a matter of fact, sum average, they're all going to be the same thing, because there is only one value for that combination. So let's call the set. Now give a name for that set, a descriptive name. All right. So now we're going to repeat, again starting from country and year, the set. Okay. So for each country year combination, we're going to look at healthcare per capita, and if it is less than or equal to $1,000, and we're going to call that okay. So now we have two sets. We have to combine the two sets now, where we will have both conditions being true, both less than 1%, less than or equal to 1% infant mortality, as well as less than or equal to $1,000. You can start from any one of these two sets, click the down arrow, and then select create combined set. Okay, so the first one is less than or equal to 10,000. The second one is infant mortality less than or equal to 1%. Now we want the intersection, okay, when both conditions will be true. So we'll give a name, low mortality, low cost. Okay. So now we have the set done, and we want to analyze that set, and we'll create three different visuals from this. Okay, so we'll bring in infant mortality and healthcare expense. So at this point in time, we have okay, 1 point all aggregated, and we want to look at just year 2010. Okay. Bring region into color. So now this is broken down into the different regions. Now you bring in the set into filter. All right. Now you select show in and out. So in, country. You have to bring in country into detail, or get country into label. All right. So now we have for this set, in and out of that set. Okay, so we can show the filter, okay, and then that will give you in and out. So let's bring it down here. Okay. The set filter can be displayed in two different ways, right? You can select show members, so that means it will show the entire list of members. Show filter, so it will give you the entire list. But if you want only whether you want only control based on whether an observation is in the set or out of the set, then you select in or out. Okay, so that one. Show the filter. So this is one visualization